Oh man, the difference a week and a half makes. I've just got back from holiday, and before I went, I got the plot pretty spick and span, all weeded out, and I thought, oh, it'll be all right. I've come back, and there's been a heat wave down in Berkshire, and as a result, everything's gone crazy. These tomatoes have doubled in height in the week that I've been away, and I actually have some Salmazones on them. But a load of the weeds have come back. In the polytunnel, I've already done a load of clearance, but my cucurbits have gone mental. I had loads of thistles and stuff growing in here. I've had to, all of these melons have doubled in length, so I've had to, they're all on the droop, so I've picked them up and wrapped them round the string. The cukes, I've taken some cukes off. Some of those are mutant size now, so they're going to go in the compost. This, I think I've been a bloody idiot and put a poxy butternut or some other winter squash by accident. Come here, by accident in the polytunnel, and the damn thing's taken over. So I've hacked it back, and that's what most of this stuff is. But I might just end up cutting it out completely because it's pretty pointless in here. It's just taking up space and crowding all of my chilies, which again, they've had a spurt. I've cut back this gherkin, which now I've got some pickled. I'm probably done. That's all the gherkins I need for the year. So I might just take this plant out. What else is going on? Melon. This melon's doing really well. Bought this one from the shop. That's doing really well. Chilies have all gotten much pushier, which I'm really pleased about. Got one very sad looking Crimson Sweet, which I think is dead. Aubergine's got some flowers on it. This one's, there you go, here's another one that's on the flop. Let's just get in right around, come on. Get this wrapped around there like that. One of the things I've noticed, and I don't think I've had it before, I've tons of black fly on all of my cucurbits, and all down the side of the leaves of the cucurbits. I'm not really sure what I can do about that, to be honest. Loads of weeds, so I'm going to have to spend an hour or so in here getting this all sorted out, and then the rest of the plot's a bloody disaster. My broad beans are all dying off, so I'm going to try and pick a load of these over the next couple of days, maybe flash freeze them and stick them in the freezer. This bed's not looking too bad. Carrots are all doing really well, leeks are doing really well. This sunflower that's self-seeded is doing all right. That's a weed, needs to come out. Yep, that's a weed. In here, my weed, that I have a couple of cauliflowers dotted around all the fucking weeds. There's a sweet pepper there that survived. The tomatoes are looking all right. They really need to be pinched off, but I think I'm just going to let them grow. Over here's doing really well. All my salads have done really well. That looks like another weed. There's loads. All the bloody horse's tails come back. The surviving asparagus is there. On this bed, again, not too bad. All the tomatoes need to be, they just need to be gotten under control. Here, sweet corn's doing really well. I've been watering that pretty frequently. That's doing really well, and I did put some leeks that I'd sowed from seed in there, but it's mainly now bloody bindweed and hare's tail. Potatoes going to start coming out over the next couple of days. I didn't bring any sacks with me, so can't do it today. My onions have all bolted. I don't think I'm going to get a single, there's one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 red onions. The rest have all gone to seed. I think they were stressed out by the weather. Weeds everywhere in my white onion bed. The garlics need taken out. I've got this poxy horseradish needs cutting out. Parsnips are doing all right though. They've trebled, if not quadrupled in height over the last week and a half. Over here, the surviving brassicas, it's a mix of broccolis and Brussels. Probably broccoli, and that's Brussels. They're doing really well. In my strawberry bed, I still have some white strawberries, but I'll have to come back and sort them out. Lots of stuff is on the flop because it's just too dry. Horseradish is pulling out of there. Giving up on that. And this bed's a right old mess, and the birds have just knocked my gooseberries and currants basically almost horizontal, and they've eaten almost all my gooseberries. I have snacked on a handful this evening. They're really delicious. But this bed, I'm going to weed it, and at the end of the season, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a proper bird cage around it, so next year they don't steal all my fruit. And then back here's just gone wild again. So yeah, I've got a load of strimming to do to get this back under control. Strimming and cutting secateurs, and I might just have to get rid of these trees because they're dead. They're absolutely no use to anyone like this. So anyway, that's it. Relatively quick update.